Okay, so I've just finished running 100 strand maps, and I've tidied up my stash tab already. And let's check out the results. So here are the results. In case you're here for a quick summary, I've made 6.6 divines per hour, and that is with very bad luck. Why do I say very bad luck? It's because I got four exalted orbs here and zero divine orbs, which I believe is very unlucky. If you were to get four divine orbs instead of the exalted, I think you'd have an eight divines per hour. Okay, here's a quick rundown of all the mechanics. For heist, we got an average a total of 571 chaos orbs, mostly coming from contracts. See, I only pick up deception and perception, which are the two easier to sell contracts. Um, Also, I've gotten a fully reviewed contract, which I sold for 60 chaos, and that's about it. So heist is worth it to run, but obviously our biggest money earner is still simulacrums. As you can see here, I gotten 13 full simulacrums. For every mirror, I average about a 70 simulacrum splinter per run. Um, why you're seeing 13 here is because you're not guaranteed a simulacrum mirror every time. You're I say about 70% of the time you get a mirror, and the rest you're just running the maps without delirium. A delirium orbs, I've also considered myself pretty unlucky when it comes to delirium orbs. I got zero skittering, but I've gotten quite a lot of fine delirium orbs which sell for 10 kills each. And keep in mind all these aren't calculated with bulk prices. So in bulk, I assume this would easily go to 500 chaos. Um, TFT bulk tends to underprice deliriums. The same goes for scarabs. This is not bulk pricing. With bulk pricing, I assume it will go to about 300. So these numbers that you're seeing here is very it's been pressed down. I've managed to get some Conqueror's Elder Shaper maps. They are mainly the drops from the cartography rewards in Delirium. Nothing much. 100 maps, you get four incandescent invitations. This more than already doubles your cost. So this is a guaranteed profit strategy. A quite unlucky stack decks. There's not a lot. Oh, I forgot to mention that I do not include all the what's the divination cards into the results because bulk TFT doesn't count them very well. And also I never sell my divination cards. It's too much trouble to sell, right? Um, got 120 raw chaos. These are all mainly from the Searing Exarch altars. And Empower Gem. This is one of my big finds. A and while I've been running the maps, I've sold some cluster jewels for 120 chaos. This is the chaos cluster, which is one of the more profitable ones. So here you can see I've gotten about 22 divines from this strategy, and I highly recommend you to try. The main mechanic for this strategy is delirium. First off, we get the additional chance to contain mirror of delirium. Because we are not forcing it using sextants, it's not 100% chance that we'll get a mirror every map, but it's good enough for us since this is a low investment strategy. We also go into this wheel. This mainly is so that it makes us able to clear a delirium map faster, easier, I mean, without um, letting the fog dissipate before we reach the boss. And these additional nodes here are for more money. You get additional reward types and you get additional layers of delirium. It's not necessary actually, it makes your delirium harder. If you can't handle the content, then I suggest you just take the small passives here. Also, we take Imagine Pursuits, which gives us +1 count on map completion to our reward types. This is the most powerful node of all delirium nodes, as it gives us basically a multiplier of the rewards we can get, and simulacrum stack size just for simulacrum splinters. This is where the main bulk of our revenue will come from. And the second mechanic that I would highly recommend is the exarch altars. It's just the standard pack size nodes and the notables here. Wrath of the Cosmos is optional. You will likely make a lot less money with this, but you also make the map a lot easier. Keep in mind that this is a delirium strategy, so at the end of the map it can be quite hard, especially with Wrath of the Cosmos. You can die a lot. The third mechanic we're going to, it's Smuggler's Stash. It's heist. We get Smuggler's Cash just for a free and easy chance to get deception contracts and blueprints. We also go into the tree over here. This gives you fully rebuilt blueprints which sell for 50 to 60 chaos. These are quite a significant boost of money if you're able to get them. Also, the 5% chance to contain 6 additional caches. When this happens in your map, you'd be very happy with the profits. Just increased chance of blueprints. Blueprints are always good. Lastly, we go into Delve. So there are two notables that we take here. This one is just so that it makes your map a little easier to run. I find the 15% increased movement speed really important to helping your clear speed. But if you think your build can handle no problem, then you can remove these 3 points, and I suggest you spec into the smaller nodes around, maybe get shrines. This is an important one. This one gives you 10% chance to contain an equal amount of azurite as you open the veins and chests. So this gives you about 170 on average per vein clicked. So why do we get azurite? We get azurite because we convert them into resonators to be sold after your run is complete. So when you get to calculating, this node alone gives you about 3 chaos per map on average. Okay, now let me show you how I set up the farm. So all I do is I go and find a strand map. I chisel it to 20%. I get a binding. Check the mods. Can I do any of these mods? Personally, for my build, I cannot do leech and reflect, so I check for these nodes. And also, we are gonna need two scarabs. There is cartography. I'm not sure why I'm unable to self-sustain maps during this strategy. I mean, you cannot sustain strand, but you will get the neighboring maps very often. So you're basically making your profit back. Also, sulphite. We also want a sulphite scarab to trigger Nico. Alternatively, you can use Nico missions and remove the sulphite scarabs. This scarab or this mission is absolutely mandatory. Cartography is not mandatory. You get enough maps at the end of your run. And also, we are doing searing exarch and just the basic quantity. We don't want to spend any money on any other crafts. Yep, so that's the strategy.
All suffering in this world stems from your actions.